All right, buckle up, because today we are diving headfirst into the wild world of Chinese mythology, and more specifically, the enduring legend of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King.
We're going deep on this one, folks, pulling straight from, and get this, his Wikipedia page.
Oh,
It
wow.
might not sound super glamorous, but trust me, this is Monkey King 101, and you do not want to miss this crash course.
So why are we still so captivated by this mischievous monkey after all these centuries? What's his deal? Why is his story so darn fascinating? That's what we're here to unpack.
You know, what always strikes me about the Monkey King is that he's more than just a character, right? He embodies this whole archetype, this trickster who just loves to poke at authority, push those boundaries. He's a total mischief maker, that's for sure. But there's also this deep yearning for knowledge, for freedom in him that I think really resonates with everyone, don't you think?
100%. He's relatable even with those superpowers.
So picture this. There's this mythical mountain, right? The mountain of flowers and fruit. Already sounds pretty magical, doesn't it?
I know, right?
And perched on top of this mountain, a magical stone. But not just any stone. Oh, no. This stone is just soaking up all the cosmic juice, the energies of heaven yang and earth yin.
And that little detail right there, the fusion of heaven and earth energy, that's huge. It speaks to the whole Taoist philosophy that's woven throughout Sun Wukong's story. That balance, the interconnectedness of everything, it's all there from the get-go.
Right? He's literally built from cosmic energy.
And of course, this stone doesn't just sit there looking pretty. It births our main monkey man. And from that moment on, things get interesting fast.
Oh, yeah. And his birth.
Yeah.
That's just the beginning, believe me. He's not born a king, you know. He has to earn that title, the handsome Monkey King title. He earns that by leading his monkey crew, even venturing into this crazy waterfall to find a hidden cave for them to live in. Talk about a leader who's down for an adventure, right?
Right. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty, or should I say furry.
But there's this turning point, this moment that kind of kickstarts his whole quest for immortality. It's the death of an older monkey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's this stark reminder that, hey, even monkey kings aren't invincible.
That's where it hits home, I think. That fear of death, it's something we all grapple with, even Sun Wukong. It's that vulnerability that makes him so interesting, so real.
Total wait, I can die moment for the Monkey King.
It sends him on this quest for knowledge, for power. He seeks out a teacher who can, unlock the secrets of immortality. The Taoist master, Putizushi.
And that's where the training montage to end all training montages begins, my friend.
Yeah.
You're not talking about some casual sparring sessions here. Sun Wukong learns, are you ready for this? 72 earthly transformations.
Wait, back up a sec. 72. What does that even entail? Are we talking shape-shifting? Like, what kind of forms were we talking about here?
You got it. Shape-shifting on a whole other level. Insects, animals, mountains, rivers, you name it. He can transform into it. But it's more than just, changing his looks. These transformations represent his mastery over the elements, the ability to manipulate and become one with existence itself,
That's insane. Talk about the ultimate superpower, right?
Right.
This training is like forging him into something extraordinary.
But it doesn't stop there, does it? He also gets his hands on a pretty iconic weapon from his master, if I remember correctly.
Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you about the Rui Jingu Bang.
Here we go.
It's this magical staff, right? It can expand, it can shrink, it can basically do whatever Sun Wukong wants.
So handy.
Handy is an understatement. This thing weighs a whopping 13,500 jin.
Okay, hold on. I'm not up on my ancient Chinese measurements. How much is that, in elephant weight?
Think more like 8 tons.
8 tons. Are you serious? This monkey is benching 8 tons like it's nothing.
That's our Monkey King. But there's more to it than just brute strength. The staff's kind of symbolic,
Oh, how so?
Well, on one hand, it's this incredibly destructive weapon, right? I mean, we're talking leveling mountains kind of destructive.
Makes sense with that kind of weight.
But then on the other hand, it can shrink down to the size of a needle, too.
Okay, now that's just showing off.
Exactly. It represents his precision, his control over his power. It's like the perfect metaphor for Sun Wukong himself, totally unpredictable, capable of chaos and incredible focus all at the same time.
So it's not just about how much power you have, it's how you use it. And this monkey,
Yeah, he's learned a thing or two about wielding power. Remember when he, wiped his own name from the Book of Life and Death?
oh yeah, after that whole kerfuffle in the Dragon King's palace, talk about bold.
Bold is one word for it. I mean, who does that? That's not just breaking the rules. That's like erasing your name from the cosmic attendance sheet.
It shows you the kind of monkey we're dealing with here. Sun Wukong is not content with just existing, even as an immortal being. He wants to forge his own destiny, even if it means challenging heaven itself.
Yeah.
And that, my friend, is where things get really interesting.
Because next up, we've got the infamous Havoc in Heaven, right? It's not just a catchy name, is it? This is where Sun Wukong really earns his reputation as a troublemaker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And to think, it all starts with a job offer. A job offer from heaven. What kind of job are you going to give a superpowered immortal monkey who wipes his name from the Book of Life and Death?
Get this. Protector of the horses.
Protector of the what? You're kidding, right? That's like offering a Michelin star chef a job flipping burgers. It's almost insulting.
Oh, it's totally intentional. The heavens thought they could, keep him busy, distract him with something trivial while they figured out what to do with him. Spoiler alert, it didn't work.
So Sun Wukong, being the sharp cookie he is, he sees right through their little scheme. What does he do? Does he cause a scene? Stage a walkout?
Sun Wukong doesn't just walk out. He pieces out back to his kingdom and declares himself the great sage, heaven's equal.
Mic drop moment.
Right. It's audacious, it's arrogant, but you know what? He kind of owns it. He sees himself as being on par with the gods, and he's not going to let anyone push him around.
Talk about standing your ground. But I'm guessing the Jade Emperor wasn't exactly throwing a party over in heaven when he heard about this?
The heavenly hosts weren't exactly thrilled, let's just say that.
So round two, what do they try next?
They try a slightly different tactic. They offer him a new position, something a little less mucking out stables and a little more, well, we recognize your power, maybe.
Okay, so what is it? Minister of Monkey Business.
Not quite. They put him in charge of the Heavenly Peach Garden.
Wait a minute, are we talking about those peaches?
The very same. The peaches of immortality.
Okay, that's a sweet cake, literally. I'm guessing this was all part of the plan, though, right? Distract him with delicious, immortal food, keep him out of trouble.
You know the saying, the way to a monkey's heart is through his stomach. Well, they were hoping it held true for Sun Wukong, too. Keep him happy, keep him distracted, keep him away from the cosmic control panel.
Yeah. Did it work?
Let's just say, when the Queen Mother of the West threw this huge banquet, a banquet fit for gods, mind you, Sun Wukong didn't quite make the guest list.
Oh, no, they did not. You're telling me they snubbed the Monkey King.
Snubbed him big time. It was a calculated move, a very clear message that he wasn't really considered one of them.
And we all know Sun Wukong isn't exactly known for his tactful response to these kinds of things.
Let's just say this is where Sun Wukong's rebellious side, that whole great sage, heaven's equal thing, really comes into play. But for all the juicy details of Sun Wukong's heavenly hissy fit, you'll have to wait till after the break.
All right, we are back. And last we left off, our pal Sun Wukong was taking a forced time out, courtesy of the Buddha. 500 years under a mountain, that's got to make you think about your life choices.
500 years of reflection, all thanks to a little disagreement with the concept of enlightenment. But you're right, this isn't where the Monkey King's story ends. This is more like the beginning of Act 2.
Act 2, huh? So what happens? Does he get a telegram from the Buddha saying, you've been paroled?
Not quite. But around that 500-year mark, a pretty unique opportunity for redemption pops up.
Redemption? Huh. This guy, I gotta hear. What could possibly convince the heavens to give a legendary troublemaker like Sun Wukong a second chance?
So picture this. There's this monk, Tang Sanzang, and he's on this crazy important mission to head west and retrieve these sacred Buddhist scriptures. We're talking perilous journey, fraught with danger, the whole 9 yards. He needs a protector with a very particular set of skills.
Let me guess, those skills involve a magical staff and a healthy disrespect for authority.
You got it. Kuan Yin, the bodhisattva of compassion, she sees an opportunity here, a chance for Sun Wukong to, maybe balance out his cosmic karma a bit. She convinces the Buddha to offer him a deal, freedom in exchange for putting those powers to good use, protecting Tang Sanzang on this pilgrimage.
Talk about a divine parole agreement. I'm guessing they didn't just let him loose with a pat on the back and a don't cause too much trouble, though, right?
Oh, there were definitely some conditions. Guanyin gives Tang Sanzang this magical golden headband thingy.
Oh, this is good. I know where this is going.
With a little bit of, shall we say, persuasion, they get Sun Wukong to wear it.
Persuasion being the operative word here.
And the catch. Whenever Sun Wukong gets a little too big for his britches, Tang Sanzang just has to chant a little sutra and boom, instant migraine for our mischievous monkey.
It's like a heavenly shock collar, but for his brain.
Exactly. It's a constant reminder that freedom's great and all, but there's a price to pay for going rogue.
So we've got a mischievous monkey on a very short leash, tasked with protecting a holy man on a perilous journey. Sounds like a recipe for some seriously entertaining adventures.
Oh, absolutely. Their story is actually the basis for the classic novel Journey to the West. It's full of demons and dangers, and more than a few hilarious arguments between our unlikely duo.
So how does this whole reluctant partnership thing change Sun Wukong? I mean, does he actually learn anything?
Throughout their adventure, Sun Wukong, he starts to realize that true strength, it's not just about being the most powerful monkey in the room. It's about using your power to protect, to show compassion, to own up to your mistakes.
So he goes from, I'm going to eat all the immortality peaches,
Yeah.
to, I'm going to use my powers for good.
It's a journey, that's for sure. Lots of bumps along the way, temptations, the occasional slip-up. But eventually, this whole path of self-discovery, it leads him to something way bigger than himself. It leads him to enlightenment.
He achieves Buddhahood.
Yes.
Seriously.
The Monkey King himself, a Buddha. Talk about a redemption arc, right? It shows that anyone, even a havoc-wreaking, mountain-crushing monkey, can find their way to enlightenment.
What a story. We've gone from a magical monkey being born from a stone to him becoming a frickin' Buddha.
It's a testament to how enduring his character is, how much he captures this, the sense of mischief and heroism, and this idea that we can always change, always evolve.
He's a reminder that it's okay to question things, to push boundaries, to make a mess sometimes. What matters is that we learn from it, that we try to use our own unique talents, even if they come with a magical staff, to make the world a little bit better.
So next time you're facing a challenge, feeling a little lost, remember Sun Wukong, the Monkey King who went from zero to Buddha. His story is proof that even the wildest journeys can lead to enlightenment. And on that note, we wrap up our deep dive into the world of the Monkey King.
Until next time, folks, keep exploring, keep